Hello everybody, welcome to How to Play Like a WAP Pro. Today I'm going to be playing in the 121, which is a pretty solid medium tank. It's very fun to play. I wouldn't put it as the very best medium tank or anything, but I'd say it's above average. It's kind of hard to play because of the poor gun depression, but I'll be showing off how to play this game in this tank in this session. Before we start, I want to talk about a few things. You can skip ahead if you want. But first of all, there's a new coaching session coaching session. We're offering paid private coaching sessions. I'm partnering up with Ferret. I don't want to go into all the details because I've already announced it on this channel, but if you're interested, more information will be in the description. Second of all, I wanted to just quickly ask you guys what tanks you want to see in future episodes. And if you see someone else in the comments say what tank they want to see, just upvote it in the comments. So I'm just going to quickly scroll through them like real quick. You can just pause the video and look. Keep in mind I've done live commentary on a lot of these tanks already, so there may already be a video on a lot of these tanks. Now let's get into it. So here's the field mods that I take on this tank. Left, right, and then I bring turbocharging tuning because the reverse speed on this thing is only 20 without this field mod. In general, if you have like 23 or less reverse speed, I find that you should probably pick this for most of the time. For this one, I picked the forward speed. When it comes to this field mod, you just want to look at how much V range you have and then decide whether you value extra V range or the extra top speed. You want to look at the top speed as well. This thing can reach its top speed without too many problems. So I decided to go with the top speed. I could have also picked neither since my V range is not great. And then for the last one, I pretty much always pick reinforced support rollers to the left. For equipment on this tank, this is a very common loadout that I run on tanks like the SUV-1 and this tank, which have not great fully aimed accuracy. A lot of people would run vents instead of this. Personally, I prefer improved aiming unit on tanks like this, which don't have the greatest fully aimed accuracy or bloom. But vents is fine too. For my second loadout, I would probably run hardening. V-stab, rammer, hardening. I think the V-stab is essential, the rammer is essential, the last one is up to you. Turbo, vents, hardening, or improved aiming unit. In terms of ammo, you should bring some AP. Don't bring too many HE because I think this thing can run out of ammo. And that's pretty much it for this tank. Let's go into the first battle. Another thing I wanted to mention is that my channel has grown a decent amount in the past few months, and I know there's a lot of new viewers, and I wanted to just let all of those new viewers know I have a lot of old videos which cover things which I have not covered very much in recent times, and also just a lot of really good games, like a lot of highlights from my stream where, you know, I did like 10.5k damage in a bat chat or something and completely ran out of shells and hit like 29 out of 30 of my shots, stuff like crazy stuff like that. So if you're looking for like more of my content, don't just, you know, subscribe and look at my most recent videos. You should check out my old videos as well if you're looking to improve more, because a lot of those old videos cover things which I don't mention quite as often. They cover fundamentals. A lot of those are in the Play Like a WAP Pro series, which you can find the playlist on my channel, and you can just look at the beginning. A lot of the beginning episodes have very important things, very important fundamentals that I cover. So this game, we get red share, North spawn, full tier 10 matchmaking. I basically, in a tank like this, which has no gun depression, and it's a medium tank, it's going to be hard to brawl the heavies, although I could, because they only have like 4 heavies, and the 50B doesn't really count, so they only have 3. But I think I'm just going to play passive and snipe most likely. So a lot of the time in mediums I would play over here. Or not a lot of the time, but some of the time. But since I don't have any gun depression, I can't really make that side work well. So I'm just going to play this area. This area is a very passive location, but it's not bad. Now, one thing to keep in mind when you're playing this area, It matters a lot whether your team has light tanks or not. So if your team has light tanks, it's more likely that tanks in this area where the Lion and AMX 13105 are, they'll get spotted. Okay, I think I need to adjust my sensitivity. I tried to turn it down a little bit before this started, but... Alright, we get a good shot into him. I waited until the last second to fire just so I could fully aim. I'm going to turn up my sensitivity a little bit. Just that much. I can already feel the difference because I tried to turn it down one tick. I'm thinking I'm going to go fight the heavies over here. Now, I wouldn't generally recommend this in a medium tank, but I have very good pen, 340. And their heavy tanks aren't anything that's super concerning, like a Kron, which is playing hull down. An S-Conk, which is playing hull down. And I can kind of play in this area where this M4 is and potentially just try to out-trade people. Now, it's not ideal because I'm not in a great tank for this. But this thing has decent alpha damage, which is one of the reasons why I think it's okay. Now, I don't want to get bled from up here because they do have a tank there. It looks like it's a 50B, so I have to be careful of that. And they do have like one extra tank here compared to us. So we can't necessarily just push it right away, and it's usually a bad idea to push it when they have a tank where the 50B was last spotted up here. Because this position here can just go hull down on you and shit on you. Now 50B's not going to be able to go hull down on us, but he can still catch us in the open. Now I don't really want to like push up quite yet. Well, now I want to because my team is pressuring, but before my team was pressuring I didn't think it was worth it. Because I don't want to get pushed basically by a Foch B. Now when you're playing this spot right here, one thing you've really got to watch out for is you see how the ground is kind of angled towards the right like this? They can shoot the top of your turret here, and that's a way that people can oftentimes get farmed here, is they just don't respect the fact that the enemy can actually pen their turrets. But right there, that guy was distracted, so I can get in a free shot. He's not poking yet, so I can get in another one. Thankfully, he just barely misses me and hits my track. I don't expect to just be able to keep poking this guy. I'm only going to peek him if he's distracted, because otherwise he should be able to pen me pretty easily. Now when an M5Y... Okay, K91 back there. When an M5Y turns his turret up like that, you can actually shoot underneath his gun and pen him with heat. I'm thinking that this guy is probably not going to be easy to farm anymore. I've shot him like 3 times. I learned that there's a K91 behind him, but now that I shot him 3 times, he's not going to be as willing to peek anymore, so I'm thinking that I might just get out of here. But keep in mind, I'm looking at the situation right now, and we're up 5k HP as far as I can see, maybe even more than that. But we're up 5 guns, so we're clearly winning this game. So I'm going to have to get involved in this game somewhere, because if I just sit around waiting, sniping or something, not much is going to come out of this game. I'm just not going to get much. So I'm looking at what's unspotted. The only thing that's unspotted is a grill. So that means that they don't have much here, but they do have that K91, but I know he's back here. He's not over here. If you look on the minimap, he's not here, he's back here. So I can kind of play this area here without getting farmed by this outside area right here. And even if I do get farmed from there, I have a lot of teammates here, so he's kind of unlikely to shoot me. He'll shoot my teammates. Okay, I'm almost thinking I just drive straight towards the K91 because these guys are getting absolutely rolled. I'm not going to bother stopping again to shoot that unless they're in the open. That guy's only 90 HP. I don't even know if it's worth stopping. I'm just going to keep going. I need to get to the damage quick. Now, a couple of them are low HP, so they're not even going to be useful to me. I'm looking for that K91. I can at least get spotting on him, even if I don't get damage. That guy should die, most likely. I'm actually getting farmed. Oh, I only got 56 damage? What the hell? That guy got deleted. Well, anyway, that was kind of hectic, but as soon as I recognized that the game was over, um, I knew that I needed to push in. Now, one other thing that I probably could have done, I'm going to pull up on a strat sketch right now, is, let's see, Redshire. So when I saw that we were kind of winning this flank and we're winning this area here, I know that I can play on the outside here, so instead of rotating all the way back around and coming here where I didn't really get much, I could just play on the outside here. Now it is kind of risky though, because if I over peek here, then I can get shot from back here, and I might just get stuck here, unable to do much due to my poor gun depression. Everything here was basically already cleared, so I'm not going to get any shots into here, so I would just kind of be waiting here while my team cleans up the rest of these guys, and I did get a few shots on them, so maybe it was worth doing this, but I think I could have noticed that my team was winning quicker and tried to make a more aggressive play, but it was kind of tricky. But either way, we only end up with 3.3k damage. This game was very short. It was actually 6 minutes. It didn't feel like 6 minutes, but yeah. Anyway, let's go on. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm running vents instead of aiming unit on my second loadout and no hardening, it's mostly because I just don't like bringing hardening on my medium tanks, because I don't know, I just don't like brawling in my medium tanks. I'm not saying that it's like a bad thing to do so. It's just not very fun for me. I don't like the fact that my gun feels quite a bit worse. And so instead I bring a vents loadout. Now what the vents loadout allows me to do is get more V range, because the V range with the aiming unit loadout is very bad. So if I'm on a map where I think I need more V range, then I'll bring the vents loadout. And additionally, the vents also gives more DPM, so if I'm playing on a map like Ensk, where I'm going to be playing close range to people, then I'll bring the vents loadout instead, just for the extra DPM, because I'll probably be hitting my shots regardless of the fact that I have an aiming unit versus vents. So the aiming unit is not as helpful on close range maps, where I can just pen everything very close range, especially against lower tiers where I don't have to aim for weak spots or anything. So on this map, probably 90% of the time I go south in mediums and heavies, even in like a Leopard 1. I just think the south on this map is much better from this spawn. The reason why is because I think there's a lot of opportunities to get free damage down here. So usually I would go over towards where the char is and shoot the middle, but not only do I not have V range to spot the middle, but also I don't have the gun depression to punish them anyways from that position, so instead I'm going to take this position. Now this position you don't really need gun depression for, and what it does is allows you to bleed enemies that are pushing in from over here. So like if the 50B pushes in, or if these guys push in, then I can shoot them. And we have a decent amount of support on the south flank, so I'm thinking that I'm probably just going to push in. If you have enough support here, you definitely should push in. If you know pretty confidently that they're not going to re-push around this corner, then you should just push in, because the south has an advantageous fight here in general. So for right now, for example, I'm hold down on this 50B, and he pens me anyways right through the turret. That's fine. The other good thing about this position here is you can come over here and shoot towards the middle. Now I don't know if I'm gonna have enough gun depression to do that, to be honest. Maybe I can get off like one cheeky shot, but usually you would have enough gun depression here to be able to shoot the 60p, for example. So if you're in an STB, you just come around this area and start shooting him. You can also go higher up towards where I am right now and also get shots. So E3 will be a problem. Not necessarily a problem, but he's a problem for when I'm trying to peek towards the middle, is what I'm trying to say. Man, his track repair time is not good at all. I low roll, but that's okay. He's dead. I'm not even going to try to shoot the middle because I know my gun depression is really bad and it's going to be hard. So right now what I'm trying to do is get unlit, and I want to make my way through here. A lot of the time it's a lot easier to push through this side than it is to push through, for example, around where these guys are pushing from. Getting shot by a 1390. Let me just get safe from him for now. I think I'm going to try to get this guy out. I can shoot that down. Now have back shots. Too bad he realized. That 1390 is still up there. I'm keeping that in mind. I'm going to shoot this down too. I can see that we're winning this flank though, so I want to be quick if possible. Thankfully my teammate shoots that down, which is very nice for me. He's a one-shot. I can't be getting stuck up on like one guy just holding me back or something. Our Yag might spot this guy. Yeah, there he is. That's what I was waiting for. Okay, he's dead. I don't have to worry about that crossfire anymore. I want to peek and spot their base, but I gotta be careful. Okay, I don't know. That was kind of a whack-ass shot, but it hit, so be it. I don't want to get hit by any like T-30 or 704, but I think they might have actually dropped down, so I'm just going to start farming this guy, and hopefully I don't get hit. Now I'm going to cross behind the 60p. I don't think they're there to shoot me. I think they dropped down, so I think I'm okay. Aiming for a fire, potentially. And I get it. Too bad he died. Okay, maybe they didn't fully drop down, but they definitely are on the edge. He misses. I see we are kind of losing our base, but I don't think that will be a huge problem, most likely. I can come beneath this 50B and start shooting him in the side as well, I think, from this position here. And he's going to be forced to do something or else he's going to die. I'm not peeking until I'm reloaded, just not to scare him off, basically. I used right click as a way to just keep my gun pointed at him without having to, I guess I can look around while I do that. Now, is anything in position to shoot me? Maybe the Yag, but I kind of doubt it. Okay, I don't get full damage for that. I do have 1500 HP, so even if I take a shot from the Yag, then I'll be okay. I think it's unlikely I will, and even if I go on low HP, I think it'll be okay. Now I just want to pressure here while being careful not to get hit by a Yag. I'm just going to pressure this corner. They're capping. I'm not going to worry about the win. I think we're probably going to lose, to be honest, but I'll track him just to make things easier. I want to ram kill him here. This guy have the 88? Hopefully not. Okay, we get him. We're going to lose unless we get a reset. We do have an Artie alive, but I don't know if he has shots. Come on, team. Pull up. Okay, we got a reset. That's good. This guy's not peeking. If we were able to play this game out and our team didn't cap, then I think we would get probably like, I don't know how much HP those other guys are on, but I think we could get a decent amount more and actually make this into a really good game. Hopefully our team doesn't cap. Just gonna ask them not to cap. I'm gonna come up here to shoot the Yag. I'm gonna go for shots on this AMX. I think I can get a shot onto him. Our team isn't capping, that's really good. First priority would be to get a reset on this guy. I am a one-shot, so I've got to be careful. I just went for a quick snap on him. It was a little bit risky, but I think it was worth it. Easy as snipe for me. IS-7 could come up and kill me. Yag is just pre-aimed. I'm assuming that someone else will peek the Yag and then he'll get distracted, and if he doesn't, then he'll just die and then I'll go for the IS. Okay. I might be hallucinating, but I swear I had a teammate right here. Am I high? I do not see a single teammate. So he was not there. Our teammate anyway. But either way, pretty good battle. Could have been better. Could have got another shot or two. Probably just one shot, to be honest. But yeah, pretty damn good game. 8.8k, 1,000 spotting. Let's go. Got a new vape. Not using disposables anymore like a pleb. This will save me some money in the long term. I quit my job, so you know, gotta save the money to not die and be homeless and shit, you know? Yeah, 8.8k damage, mastery badge, 1,000 spotting, pretty good. Let me take a screenshot of this so I can maybe potentially put it in my thumbnail. Easy for me. Yeah, let's go next. Pretty solid. Alright, let's see. We got Melanovka. Standard, self-spawn, full tier 10, and the best part is there's no arty. And they have a mouse, and a Type 5 heavy, and a 60 TP. Which are all pretty juicy tanks. Especially the mouse and Type 5, those are just straight juice. For ammo loadouts, by the way, I bring 7 AP on one and 10 AP on the other. The 10 AP is just for like tier 8 games where it's not just because I want to save credits or something. AP is genuinely better in a lot of cases because you can track people with damage and stuff. But for my main loadout, I'm just spamming the heat, you know. Just bring a little bit of AP for light tanks. For the I don't even know if the shell velocity should be a little better. Yeah, it's like 200 better. I'm actually gonna load AP first, just in case their EBR YOLOs a field and he gets spotted. Then I'll have better shell velocity to shoot him. This is a route you should take if you're in a medium tank, in my opinion. The chance that you actually get shot is pretty damn low. That was a bad shot. Too much lead. You don't want to get too caught up with shooting people who are just in the open, because you do want to get to hill quickly. Watch out for getting spotted from here, by the way, if you cross this aggressively, but I figured it was okay. Missed that. This thing doesn't have like a super amount of shells, so you gotta be a little bit careful. I think you can run out, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you should be able to run out. I think it's too aggressive to go around the left side of this rock. If I were to get spotted, I would probably get shot a couple times. Well, actually it wouldn't have been too aggressive, most likely, because we have two people here to push off any potential light tank who would be playing in this bush. Unfortunate. I mean, it wasn't super likely to hit, but I'm not going to bother taking that shot. It's very low probability, and I want to save some ammo because... Wait, their mouse is dead? How did that happen? This guy, though, I might get a shot into him. Yeah, he's so tall that I can easily shoot him. I don't think I should be lit by anything, so... If you could get relit, that would be great. I'll see if I can light him, but I doubt it. My view range is pretty ass. Sometimes you can, if you get up the hill really quick in like a Leo, you can play like this bush here and actually spot them coming up the hill and get a shot or two for free. By the way, this thing's, I dilly-dallied for too long, so I couldn't do that, but I'm wondering if I'm lit. I'm not. Obviously, we gotta be careful of tanks over peeking here, because if I get lit, then everything will shoot me from below, and these guys on top can shoot me, so I don't want to sit here for too long or anything. And plus, this guy's already crossed. He was the one I was trying to get damage on. Our EBR can spot all the people who are here, so I've got to pay attention to that. I might be able to shoot them at some point, but for now I'm going to focus on winning the top of the hill. That's the most important thing. If we let them cross to the windmill for relatively free, that's bad. And this can be a farm right now. The problem is the minnow. He needs to stop looking at me. When you're shooting up at a minnow couple, it's pretty fucking hard to pin. Sometimes impossible if he's using enough gun depression, so... That is unlucky. Is this 60 looking at me? No. Okay, bad shot I guess. Don't really know where I should have aimed otherwise, but... Might load AP in a second. This is getting out of hand. Okay, I was not paying attention. I got hit by the STV. Okay, fuck off. I'm gonna go a little bit wide here for a better angle. If they back up. These guys are over peeking though. I need to back up. And he shoots me instead of the dude right in front of him. Should have backed up sooner though. Now I'm a one shot for the 60, so I've got to be careful. He's gonna kill our AMX, most likely. Should over peek here to kill him. He does get him. I just need to be patient now. I made some mistakes here, bleeding too much damage, trying to get damage through this little gap. So I've just got to be careful now. I got to be careful also of getting shot from the edge of the hill. From over here, you can get shot if you're playing on the edge, like this edge here. You can get shot from down there, so just be aware of that. At the same time, I'm really tempted to shoot this guy. Okay, never mind. So everything on hill is dead. Everything is spotted except the Foch, so nothing else is coming hill most likely. Our EBR is about to spot some shit, so I'm gonna get ready for that. Damn, that almost missed. I'm probably lit. No, I'm not. It's because I'm inside a bush. So if you're inside a bush, you don't get the like full 50% camo like you do when you double bush, but you still retain a small amount of the camo from the bush. So around 10% camo usually. On this tank, probably more like 8% because it is a high caliber gun. I'm not going to go into the details of that, but I do have a video on that. If you want to know about that, just ask me in the comments and I'll link it to you. About how you retain camo in a bush even when not double bushing if you're firing. But now I'm just going to get to this position. The hill's been cleared. This is usually the place I go next. And I'll just play this area, poke up a little bit, and shoot stuff in the side which gets spotted here. You have to be careful of getting spotted yourself. Because, for example, if they have someone in that bush there, they can spot you when you peek up, and then you can get shot by, like, people where the FV are, for example. Tanks where the FV are. And I don't get lit for 10 seconds, and then suddenly I am lit. Not 10 seconds, like 5 seconds, but yeah. Somebody peeked me, so that's unfortunate. I'm gonna move to a safer location, I think. I think this is a safer location. It's easier to pull back into cover there. So this position right here. Not only can you kind of spot from this position, but you can also get like a shot off and then pull back into this little dip here, and you're mostly safe. It's quicker than pulling back from here. If you get spotted up here, you're just completely in the open to several tanks if they have tanks on the A line. So I prefer this location later on. Bad shot. I do get lit, so don't want to over peek now. I'm just gonna hide. They have no arty, so I don't have to worry about that at least. I want to wait until I'm well and truly unlit before I peek this, because I could just get, you know, blinded if I peek up too soon. That is extremely unlucky. So that's like I have to hit him at over 85 degrees angle to bounce that shot. So that's very unlucky. I am a one-shot, by the way, so just keep that in mind. And also we're losing by a lot, so I'm kind of scared to peek this again. I'm thinking I should go back up the hill. The reason why is we're losing, and they're pretty likely to eventually make a counter push and repush us. And if I just stay here, they're just gonna push the 0 line, kill this whole re, and then okay, I'm not gonna make it back up the hill, I don't think. I need to just get out of here. And once they kill the Hori, then they're just above me, and I'm just stuck in this position. So I want to get out of there as quick as possible, because their next step is to repush the hill or push our base. I'm far away enough now that he shouldn't spot me unless I fire. This guy's in the open. I just need to wait for him to expose himself. Okay, he's dead, but the damage has been done. We're going to lose this game. I'm just going to go for the leopard now. There's no point in running. I'll just get surrounded. I just need to play against this leopard and hope I can get out like 2 shots. Max. Maybe 3 max, but I'm hoping for 2 shots. If I get 1, then so be it. I mean, I'm probably only going to get 1. He's probably going low ground, considering he hasn't been... Damn, that sucks. Yeah, he's not going hill, he's going low ground, so he probably pushed like this or something. Kind of want to spot him, but at the same time I don't want to over peek too much. Damn, he was already over here. Probably should have expected that. I was going to try to peek this bush right here and see what I could see, but yeah. Definitely made some mistakes this battle. Just bleeding unnecessarily. If I was on higher HP at the end there, for example, I probably could have gotten out 2 or 3 more shots. Mostly the mistake was trying to get shots into their 60 TP when their STB poked me and when their minnow shot me. Either way, we still end the game with 4.8k damage, which is not bad by any means, at least for me. I know some people can do like 5.3k or something fucking insane in this tank, but for me, I am happy with like 4.6, 4.7k DPG. So yeah, this session's been pretty dank so far. Well, I don't know, the first battle wasn't that great, but it's decent. So let's go next. Another thing I should ask you guys, if you have any non-copyright, and it needs to be non-copyright, music that you think would fit well with these videos, please let me know, because I don't really like the music that I currently have. I mean, I know some people don't want any music at all, but I am so used to playing with music that I feel like I can't do it. I know there's some way to manipulate like the audio stream so you guys don't hear it, but whatever. Yeah, just let me know in the comments. Get very good matchup. This is tier 8 matchmaking. By the way, I bring the aiming unit loadout probably 90% of the time. I like to go this way on this map usually. I almost never contest the east. I think it's worse for this spawn, and they lose it probably 80 or 70% of the time or something. Probably even more than that, honestly. It's like impossible to push through here because they get this rock. It's just not worth it. So you either have to play like up on this hill here, so right here, and just snipe, or you come to this side, or you snipe in your base if you have a couple light tanks who are here and you want to snipe this. But I'm not in a sniper tank. I'm in a tank that can, I mean, I can snipe, but I'd rather play over here because I have a little bit of armor, and I think since it's tier 8s, I might be able to push this side. So I'm going to show you guys a position I like to use here. You have to watch out for up here. You should spot check if there's a guy in this bush, but right here I know there's no one in the bush, so I'm not worried about. Nothing has been spotted, and nothing has been spotted over here, and basically all of their tanks have been spotted. Just a few stragglers, and they're medium tanks, which I'm not concerned about on this side. There's no more heavies that have been unlit, so I'm gonna push up immediately. This is something you should recognize just by what's spotted and what isn't. Unfortunate. Now, when you play in this position, you have to watch out for their base, like where the Saladin is, right here. You're mostly safe from it, but if you overpeak, you can get shot. Or if you're in a tall tank or something. It's looking like we're gonna roll this flank, so... I want to get a shot on this guy. Not great shots. Their Udez is overpeaking, I might get a shot into him. I can pen his belly, so I'm not worried about aiming too low here. Can I hit this arty? You know, all my homies ate arty. I should have shot those guys, but I wanted to kill the arty because fuck arty. So right here, I would usually recommend not pushing here. Yeah, this is why. I try to angle. Okay, I should be unlit now. It might be harder to push this than I originally thought, but this 257 is making a mistake by just playing on that rock. The reason why, they can actually pen him in the turret and stuff. Everything is lit, so they shouldn't have anything up in these sniper locations. So I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to try to pen this guy's turret, basically. So what's going to happen? It's unfortunate. This is the best way to push through here if they have tanks over here, usually. Damn, his turret cheeks are actually stronger than I thought they were. Maybe I can pen his mantlet. Yeah, that works. He cannot play there. He has to back up. Now, right now we're rolling them. I see that. So I want to push. Like, I know that I might take some damage here, but it's completely worth it because we're rolling their team. I probably won't even take that much damage, if any. Now that this guy's down to a one-shot, he can't peek me, so I won't take any damage from him, and my team are pushing. I'm going to push into him. Usually, this is not a good idea, but they have nothing... That should not have hit. They have nothing up here. I miscalculated my gun depression. They have nothing up here, so there's no threat for getting shot by this. I want to run this ridge a little bit without overpeaking too much, just to see if I can spot something. Yeah, there's a guy. Once you get to this location here, anything that plays here, if you have enough gun depression, gets completely countered. So they cannot play there. I have a CS in that bush that I just shot at. But yeah, it's this position here. Anything that plays there, countered. So yeah, they have to fall back behind this ridge or else I will kill them. Problem is that CS is still up there and I'm down to 1260 right now. I don't know whether I should push yet. I think I probably should. Okay, their CS backed off, now I definitely should. If he was still up there, there's a chance I could actually die to the E5. But since he's pulled back, I'm gonna play aggressive here. I could technically still die, but I want to get out some damage. can play semi-hold down on these guys, so... Yeah, and they're all going that way, which is great. Oh my god, that's unlucky. Oh, dude. That's so unlucky. I hit an auto bounce angle is what happened there. With heat ammo, you can pen up to 85 degrees of armor. If you have enough pen. But the extra 5 degrees is what does it. Hopefully he doesn't high roll me here. I'm probably going to side scrape just to make sure. Well, he could still pen me, but just to make sure he don't get high rolled or that he just doesn't shoot me or something. I need to push in now and just risk that the E5 could high roll me because otherwise I won't get damage on this guy. And there we go, 6k damage. Pretty happy with this game. Don't think I made any major mistakes. I think a mistake a lot of people would have made is they go to the flank I did initially and they just kind of sit around for a while before pushing up. You need to be paying attention to what gets lit on the enemy team. In that situation, basically everything on their team was lit. So I knew that I could push up there without any problems. Because there was only like 2 unlit tanks and nothing else was spotted on our flank. So you just got to be quick as possible with those kind of decisions. Obviously, if you're not confident about it, then, you know, take a second to think it over. But be paying attention to that. So for this session, we got 5.7k average damage and 700 assists, which I'm very happy with. Pretty solid. I think we got our second mark too. Unless I already had it somehow. Yeah, we got our second mark. Pretty cool. When it comes to this tank, it's pretty solid. I didn't explain too much about how to play this tank. I just listed some attributes of it. Bad gun depression, good alpha damage. Not the best fully aimed accuracy. Pretty bad actually, but gun handling is fine. It's not bad. For this alpha damage, the gun handling is pretty good even. It's not very good at side scraping, but it can in a pinch if you're against like lower pen opponents or if you just have to. Frontal plate is pretty much butter. Turret is not reliable at all. Yeah, that's it in terms of characteristics. I don't know exactly what I should say as to how you should play this tank in general. It's mostly just play in places where your gun depression won't be a problem. Try to make 2-for-1 trades if you can. It's kind of more of a brawly medium tank, so you don't snipe too much. Although it can kind of snipe, it's not like terrible at it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Next tank up, I'm not sure what it will be. We'll see. Goodbye for now.